Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2024 NFL Predictions Week 6, where I, Nikki D, tell you who I think is going to win, I think is going to lose. What's your favorite game of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. We have 14 games this week, which means we have 4 teams this week that have a bye. The 5-0 Kansas City Chiefs are off this week. The 1-4 LA Rams are off this week. The 2-3 Miami Dolphins are off this week. And the 5-0 Minnesota Vikings are off this week. I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. And without further ado, let's get to our first game of the week, Thursday Night Football. The 2-3 San Francisco 49ers go on the road into Quest Field to take on the 3-2 Seattle Seahawks. And this is going to be a pretty good matchup. I really feel like George Kittle needs to get some catches in this game. I think Brock Purdy needs to show us why he's considered to be one of the NFL's better quarterbacks, and I think he will this week. I know Seattle's defense has been top-notch this season, but at the same token, I think Brock Purdy and George Kittle are going to be playing like they have a chip on their shoulder, and they should. They're 2-3, so I'm picking the San Francisco 49ers to beat the Seattle Seahawks. And on to the Sunday games, as we have the 1-4 Jacksonville Jaguars going on the road into Soldier Field to take on Caleb Williams and the Chicago Bears. And Jacksonville coming off of a win last week at home against the Colts. They don't have that luxury of being at home this week. The Chicago Bears, much improved with Caleb Williams, are now 3-2 on the season. And I think the winning ways in Chicago continues, as I'm picking the Bears to beat the Jaguars. In our next matchup, we have Kyler Murray and the 2-3 Arizona Cardinals going on the road in the Lambeau to take on the 3-2 Green Bay Packers. And Arizona's season was on life support a week ago, but Kyler Murray got them back on track, winning in Candlestick Park against the Niners. But I don't think their luck continues past that. Green Bay has just been playing too well for this Arizona defense to be able to handle. So I'm picking the Green Bay Packers to beat the Arizona Cardinals. In our next matchup, we have the 2-3 Indianapolis Colts going on the road into Nashville to take on the 1-3 Tennessee Titans. And I really feel like Will Levis has something to prove in this matchup. He will be taking on Anthony Richardson. I believe both men are in their second year in the NFL now. So this is going to be a good matchup. I really feel like this is probably going to be one of the funner matches to watch this weekend. Will Levis, Anthony Richardson. It's going down in Nashville. But I'm picking the Tennessee Titans to beat the Indianapolis Colts. Up next on the 2024 NFL Predictions Week 6 show, we have the 4-1 Houston Texans led by CJ Stroud going on the road into Foxborough to take on Jacoby Brissett and the 1-4 New England Patriots. And honestly, I think Houston has just been on too much of a roll lately. The Patriots really have been struggling to get their offense going this season, and I really feel like this game might not even be close. I think Houston having a 7-point spread might be generous, and that's me wearing a Patriots jersey right now. And I'm picking the Houston Texans to run roughshod over New England and Foxborough. It's going to get ugly. In our next matchup, we have the 3-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers going on the road to take on the New Orleans Saints, who are 2-3 on the year. And New Orleans, coming off of the loss on Monday night against Kansas City, I really feel like they need to prove themselves this season. And a division rival like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers might bring it out of them. That's the thing about division rival games. Even no matter the record, no matter the talent, it's normally a very close game. And I think the New Orleans Saints are going to beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In our next matchup, we have the 1-4 Cleveland Browns going on the road into the city of brotherly love to take on the 2-2 Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia, coming off of a bye last week, they had a week to rest and recuperate, whereas Cleveland has not yet. I really feel like Cleveland's been struggling offensively, and it just hasn't allowed them to win many games. And I feel like that trend is going to continue over into this game, as I'm picking the Philadelphia Eagles to beat the Cleveland Browns. Up next, as we continue along on the 2024 NFL Predictions Week 6 show, we have Jalen Daniels and the Washington Commanders going on the road to M&T Bank Stadium to take on Lamar Jackson and the 3-2 Baltimore Ravens. And honestly, this rivalry is because of how close they are together. But at the end of the day, I don't think Jalen Daniels is going to be an X factor. I don't think Lamar Jackson is going to be an X factor. I think Derrick Henry is going to be the X factor here. I do think Jalen Daniels and Lamar Jackson are going to have a good day. Don't get me wrong. But I think Derrick Henry is going to be the deciding factor, as I'm picking the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Washington Commanders. In our next matchup, we have the 2-2 LA Chargers going on the road in the Mile High Stadium to take on the 3-2 Denver Broncos. And I really feel like Justin Herbert needs to prove himself this week, and I think he's got a beautiful platform to do so. I do think Denver's defense has been pretty good up to this point. But I think the Chargers are going to finally find a way this week to get a decisive W, as I'm picking the LA Chargers to put the beat down on the Denver Broncos. In our next matchup, we have the 3-2 Pittsburgh Steelers going on the road into Allegheny Stadium to take on the 2-3 Las Vegas Raiders. And honestly, I think the Raiders are a medium of the road type team, and Pittsburgh really has something they need to prove this week. They lost to Indianapolis 2 weeks ago. They lost to the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Football last week. And 3-2, this is where you really need to get a win if you want to put yourself up into the better teams in the NFL. And I'm picking the Pittsburgh Steelers to beat the Raiders. In our next matchup, we have the 3-1 Detroit Lions going on the road into Arlington, as they are at the 3-2 Dallas Cowboys. And Dallas, I feel like if they could start getting a nice little winning streak going, they can prove that they belong in the conversation of the number one seed in the NFC. But Minnesota would really have to fall at that point. I don't see that happening. But I think Dallas can get themselves into the conversation. I think it starts this week. I love everything that Dan Campbell is doing down there in Detroit. But tough game on the road. The Cowboys have a lot to prove. I'm picking the Dallas Cowboys to beat the Detroit Lions. Up next on the 2024 NFL Predictions Week 6 show, we have the 3-2 Atlanta Falcons going on the road to Bank of America Stadium to take on Bryce Young and the 1-4 Carolina Panthers. And honestly, Carolina has looked pretty bad this year, with the exception of their 36-22 win against the Raiders. But Atlanta has proved time and time again that they can get wins in big games. They beat the Eagles on Monday night. They won last week against Tampa Bay at Mercedes-Benz on Thursday night. And I feel like they're going to go out and win again this week. So give me the Falcons to beat the Panthers. And Sunday Night Football, we have Joe Burrow and the 1-4 Cincinnati Bengals going on the road to East Rutherford to take on the 2-3 New York Giants. And I think Joe Burrow is going to come out and have a lot to prove. Right now, Cincinnati's season is in cardiac arrest, and it needs to be revived. And I think this is the game where you need to revive it. The New York Giants is an opponent that Joe Burrow and the Bengals should be able to beat. I mean, if you're as good as you say you are and have been throughout his career. I mean, Cincinnati was in the Super Bowl just a few years ago, so I wouldn't put it past them. But this week, I think Cincinnati just has too much they need to prove, and I think the Bengals beat the Giants on Sunday night. And now, Monday Night Football. We have the 3-2 Buffalo Bills going on the road into MetLife Stadium to take on the 2-3 New York Jets. And I think this is going to be an epic quarterback clash. You got Josh Allen for the Bills. You got Aaron Rodgers for the Jets. And I really feel like these two are going to go out there and put on a show. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think both Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers gets at least 2 touchdown passes in this game. And I'm picking the Buffalo Bills to beat the New York Jets on Monday Night Football. And that was the 2024 NFL Predictions Week 6 show. What's your favorite game of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all y'all amazing people next time. Bye, y'all.